bud, nugs, chiba, whatever you may call it, I'm probably smoking it. Today we have the lovely host of Tawny Inside Out.
It's Tawny. Hello, it's me, Tawny.
Some of you already may know that me and Tawny started out on a show last year together, and now we do our own shows.
Right. She has Wilma'S Potcast, and I have Tawny Inside and Out. That's next after her because we love each other so much, so we have to be together.
Yo, do that one more time. Let's start that again.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
it's okay. I feel like we should just be prepared for the second time, not the first time.
I'm gonna make sure that shit keeps.
All right. You let me know when you're ready.
Gotcha.
I said my shit backwards. I'm like, it's Wilma Flintstone, your fellow stoner. It's like, supposed to be your fellow stoner, Wilma Flintstone. But I was like, fuck it, just go with it. It sounded good.
All right. Alright, well. Where's my glasses? All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. It's your fellow stoner here, Wilma Flintstone. You are now tuned into Wilma'S Potcast, the podcast that's all about weed. Weed, bud, chiba, ganja, grass, whatever you calling it, I'm probably smoking it, eating it too. Today we have Tawny from Tawny Inside and Out.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
As some of you may know, me and Tawny started out on a podcast together that came out last year, and now we do our own shows.
Right behind each other because we love each other.
Every Thursday. Every Thursday. 6 to 9, sometimes 10.
Hello.
Can you think of any more names for weed?
Let's see. Ganja,
Pot, grass, the devil's lettuce, wacky tobacco.
In my head a few minutes ago. What the hell did they call weed back in the days besides ganja? Was it like the happy flower or something? They had to have like something.
I think
Buddha.
Buddha, yeah.
Hashish, even though hashish is not, we know what hashish is now, but they would say like, go and get the hashish.
Boom.
Some people still call it that.
Yeah, some people still call it that.
It was, my mom always told me, she was like, when I was young, there was 2 kinds of weed. Good weed and bad weed. She's like, I can't keep up with all this now. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Can you imagine just having technically nowadays we still have the good shit and the bad shit. Yeah. But can you imagine just having like one good strain and one bad strain?
Let me tell you. Okay, so I'm over here. So when you started smoking, already there was a variety of weed. When I
started smoking Reggie. I'm not ashamed. I started smoking Reggie.
So imagine when I started smoking, there was only Reggie and chocolate. Do you remember chocolate?
Yeah, chocolate.
You could only get that shit on 170 or in Brooklyn. And if it wasn't black, it wasn't chocolate.
Arizona.
Or
Blanco. Some Ari. I miss Dro. What about you guys? I haven't seen what happened to Dro. Like, where did that go?
Real haze, like real haze,
like that Uptown Pure. That Uptown Pure.
Oh my God, that is my favorite. Have you ever smoked pellet?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, pellet was one of my favorite things to smoke. So I used to go to this spot where I would get my chocolate from, and there was a spot right next door called Jekyll and Hyde. They would sell you a little tab of hash, and then a pellet. The pellet, you would have to put it like in aluminum foil and burn it so that the flower could open. Because if not, you couldn't crush it. And it was the most beautifulest weed I had because it was purple and orange and it had hair. Back then you wouldn't see that.
Anybody has pellet.
Please, I want that too. And then you would mix that with the hash. Oh, your life would be over. And Knockout was my next favorite weed of the late 90s. It had mad crystals on it. That shit would have you laughing for hours.
Lamb spread.
Lamb spread. A common name for it now is 420. Like we just notoriously known as 420. I always thought that the term came from police code for like a call of smoking weed or the smell of marijuana or whatever. I was like, oh, that makes sense because they're like 10-4 over and out, 420 over here on Cross Street, and they're like, all units were on like whatever. but it actually comes from a California Senate Bill 420, which was a medical marijuana program act. So that's pretty interesting to know.
I mean, there has to all potheads. We've all gotten together on 420. I mean, I remember back in the days going to Central Park.
Washington Square Park too. I've gone there a bunch of times.
And them shits used to be litty to the titties.
420 back in the days was the Weed Fest, and the Weed Fest was the first or last Saturday of March.
First or last Saturday of March.
Which happens probably to. It was in March. Yeah, I don't remember.
I remember
March or May.
I think it was May. I think it was May because I remember I live across the street from Central Park. I remember one time. I was like, what the fuck is going on in Central Park? Yo, on everything. There was a cloud so big that I was confused. Like, I was like, is the park burning? And I wasn't a smoker yet. So, of course, I was interested to know.
I went to, they called it like a parade. I guess there was a parade early in the day. By the time I got there, was Union Square Park a couple years back. They had a whole stage set up. Everybody was allowed to smoke in the park. They had people doing all kinds of, like, entertainment, like body art, jugglers, like all type of stuff like that. One of the Sex and the City chicks, I was running for something of New York. She was running for some type of office in New York. I can't remember. The redhead, whatever her name was.
I'm trying to think of her name.
She was there.
Cinnamon Raisin Bagel.
Immortal Technique was there. And it was cool. It was dope. They had a bunch of reggae artists perform. I can't name all of them. I only stayed for about an hour, and this was years back.
It's been like that for 30, 40 years.
30 foot, really? Wow. I only went to one.
It wasn't a parade before. It was just the thing inside the park.
In Union Square Park. Union Square Park. I'm curious to see how it's going to be this 420 with the social distancing and all, with the quote unquote social distancing. So we'll see. I'm definitely not sharing no blunts or joints with nobody this year.
I mean, I never do just because I'm a big germaphobe.
I had a couple that was from like Holland or something. They saw us rolling up in the park and they came up to us and they were like, "Can you roll us a joint?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not? Of course they can." And it was just like, "Oh, I wouldn't do that now."
Right.
Or it's just, so that's why I said I'm interested to see how this 420 is going to be. But speaking of 420, stay on the lookout for that stash and dash and the hints. I'm not trying to tell y'all what's in the bag or what's going to be in the bag or what I still might put in that bag. Because I want it to be a surprise, but trust me, like, it's worth it. Especially if you're in the Uptown, Harlem, Bronx area, you're going to want this stash and dash on 420. Edibles, flour, some merch.
Can I go on the stash and dash even though I'm your friend?
I'm sorry, Tony, you cannot participate.
Oh, that's not fair.
You're probably going to be with me, so that is fair. And I was even thinking of, I'm probably going to stick around for a little while. Wherever I drop it off at, I'm going to stick around for a little while. I might even just put like a balloon or something too to make it obvious for you people that are actually paying attention to where this would be. I think it's going to be fun.
I think so too.
I've participated in them before, but I've never done one. I've participated. I never won. I was close a couple of times. I never won. But it's like, but that's the fun in it. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, oh, fuck it, we're here. Let's just roll up over here anyway. And like, whatever. But stay on the lookout for that.
I mean, and it's so, listen, guys, it's a way to make new friends. And you never know.
It's a way to get free fucking weed.
Right.
Like, who doesn't like free weed?
Probably meet us. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. Because I know you're going to want to thank me.
Yeah. And not only that, I want to see what's in the fucking bag, even though I'm going to know what's in the bag.
She wants to see your face. She wants to see your reaction when you open the bag.
I like that.
What's in the bag?
Listen, I'm like my kid. My kid be watching those YouTube videos and unbagging shit. I want to watch you unbag it. Unbag it.
Unboxing videos.
Unbagging
videos.
This one is going to be.
Well, you're going to like the bags inside this bag. Trust me.
Right. It's going to be bags.
It's going to be some homemade edibles, some prepackaged edibles. You know, just it's you. I'm not going to tell you exactly what, but I got to keep them interested.
All right, we're not going to be friends after today. Today, we're going to stop being friends.
She acts like she don't smoke the same shit and be eating the same shit. I want to participate. You're helping me hide it. How is that not enough participation? Tony, eat a cookie. Be happy, all right? We're supposed to have our guest today, but they're running a little late. You know, we even started a little late because it's ridiculous New York traffic, but it is what it is. We here. So, do you care to show off any rolling skills that you may have, or
me?
Yeah, I mean, we got enough butter, and we got enough roll-ups, so
we can try. We can definitely try this, but all I'm gonna say is, remember that we are friends.
Okay, so we have Duchess.
I don't know. I have
It's okay.
guys.
It's alright. She don't have to roll. We
Nah,
got
I'll roll
our
for you.
intern
Wait,
here
our
that's
intern is
interested.
gonna roll too, so we're gonna roll
He's
together.
interested
What
in
you
rolling,
rolling?
so I think we should get our first rolling competition over
What
here
kind
on
of paper
Wilma'S
are you rolling?
Podcast.
You roll raw
He's gonna
paper?
roll raw paper.
All right, what you gonna roll, Carl?
I'm not rolling.
Oh, my
I'll
bad. I'll roll the Dutch then.
I'm not rolling.
I'll
Yeah,
roll the
here you go.
Dutch.
May I?
Thank you very much.
All right, pick your weed.
Pick your weed. Oh, it's like
Pick your weed. We got Little Hand, Ice OG, Purple Penny Dropper, and East Coast OG, Davies weed.
Oh, I'll do the Davies. You know,
She's gonna
it's
hop
like,
on that train.
I'm gonna hop on the Davies train, even though I don't even know who the fuck
What's the
Davies
name?
is.
East Coast.
I'm sorry. Can you please tell me who Davies is? Because I know that, but I don't know who the fuck Davies is.
Davies is a rapper.
Oh, what does
That's
he
his
sing?
strain of weed.
What does he sing?
You know, I can't really name too many songs.
Oh, okay, so forget it.
You gotta pick your weed, bro.
Different type of time.
You got me. I'm high right now, guys. I
You got
ate an
eight-
edible
you got
on the way here,
lemonade?
sitting in traffic. You got
I
Low
mean-
Hand, Ice OG, and Purple Penny Dropper.
Purple
Purple.
penny droppers.
Purple Penny Dropper.
Purple penny droppers.
I wanted him to come on air, guys. Please talk.
Well, he's
That's Eric.
It's not a space.
Eric is
Eric-
cool.
the camera.
You don't want to knock over our cameras, and we appreciate
No,
that, Eric.
you heard.
Thank you.
I love Eric right now.
I got
He just
you.
said, excuse
Raw
me,
papers.
I handle YouTube right now live.
So,
I got you bitches running. I can't move from you. That's what it is.
so we have East. You know, shout out to Davies. My bad, bro. I couldn't name a song high right now. That might even be one of his songs.
Different
Sounds
type of time.
The packaging
East
is very
Coast.
difficult. To
Yeah, I
do.
couldn't open it either. Can we get some
Manly hands.
Can we
here.
get somebody? Here you go. Open that. Don't throw it back though. Don't
Right.
throw it back open. Okay, so we got East Coast OG in a Dutch versus Purple Penny Dropper
in raw?
in a raw paper. This should be interesting.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the live after the show. We're gonna smoke them. He
I
didn't
heard.
even open it.
No, he didn't.
Let's
open
see.
it.
This, but you know what? I guess this is good packaging.
Very good
Shout out to the
packaging.
bag. Shout out to Baby's bags because I can't even open this shit.
Do you know that a bag place opens on Jerome? They make all the little bags or little bottles. It's
Let
a
me take
whole,
my glasses off.
even if you
Shit.
want like your own bags made, they design your own bags. It's a whole little pot central. It's on Jerome in Florida.
I'm about to cut the bag.
Like
This is
seriously,
ridiculous.
I don't understand, Davies. Like, why did you package this shit like? It's
This
like
weed better be
child-
really fucking good. That's all I'm saying. This weed better be the best weed that I've ever smoked.
for real. It's like child
Because-
fucking-
Yeah, it's childproof, so we can't open
And
it.
that George is right.
But
Jeez, all that.
speaking of 420, while these guys try to open their weed and rolls and
Right,
stuff,
right.
Adidas is doing a collaboration with South Park. If you guys are anything like me, you are a like diehard fan of South Park. You love
Hello.
South Park. I love South Park, guys. And one of my favorite characters is Towley. Let me get a little high. I fucking love that towel. I wish I had my own Towley. Like, I really do. And the sneakers are really cute. They're blue like Towley. And it's cool because they come and the eyes are all white. But when you go outside in the sun, the eyes turn red. How dope is that?
He gets high while you're walking around.
When you go outside, Towley gets high.
I love
And
it.
if you know, like I said, if you're a South Park fan and you know Towley, you know that he's always like, can we get a little high? But first, let me get a little high. So, like, I'm really excited for this. I don't even know if they're going to be available. I can't even tell you the retail price or what, but they're dropping on 420. I'm sure there'll be raffles around just like there's been for every other dope shoe, hot shoe coming out. So
It gets crazy.
if you're interested, be on the lookout for that because I definitely want Towley shoes because I'm always a little high.
Definitely.
Besides Towley, though, I think I gotta say Cartman's my favorite. Cartman and Towley.
I
Mr.
love
Hanky's
Mr.
dope,
Hanky.
too.
There you, I love Mr.
Mr.
Hanky.
Hanky, the
Oh my
Christmas
goodness, I so love the Christmas food. He was my
What's the
favorite.
shit?
Yeah, he was a little piece of
He
shit.
was a little piece of
with
shit with a
hat on,
Christmas
with a
hat.
on. I loved him.
All right, well, these guys are still rolling. If you care to give anybody any tips or share anything about your roll, I see Raw Papers over there has a homemade filter made from an index card. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think you 3 points plus for that.
I'm gonna.
All right.
I like this crush really well.
I was gonna take negative points away because you're not using a tray, but I didn't give you a tray, so I can't do
Oh,
that.
thank you. Because I was about to say, did you supply that?
It looks like
ma'am,
she's
you
rolling
didn't.
a fat blunt. It looks like a fat blunt, so
Right.
you know I like that. 5 points plus.
Right.
I'm not keeping track of these points, guys. So
I mean, she's
you might be, but I'm not.
I'll remember. She won't.
So let me do my strain review for you guys. My weekly strain review. Peanut butter cookies. Oh man, I love peanut butter. I love cookies. I feel like I confess my love for any cookie strain to you guys. Like anything that has to do with cookies and my love of blue cookies last week. About 2 years ago, I smoked a strain called Peanut Butter Cup. I love peanut butter cups. So I'm like peanut butter cup and wheat. It was literally the best weed I've ever smoked in my life, and I kid you not. I smoked like a 0.5, and halfway through, I wanted to clip the blunt.
Is it the same as peanut butter breath?
No, nowhere near.
No.
It smells and tastes.
And I've even had other people tell me that they had it after the fact. Like, and once I realized, like, oh, if I paid $65 for this shit, you give it to me for $40. I knew it wasn't it. I knew it. I did it to myself, but I did it anyway. And it tasted good, but the high wasn't the same. The look wasn't the same. But guys, peanut butter cups. So when I heard about peanut butter cookies, I was like, nah, I need to try me some of that. Excuse me. Unfortunately, peanut butter cookie strain was not on leaf like many other strains are. But it is a strain by Square One Genetics. It's an indica dominant hybrid, and it has 65% indica, 35% sativa. According to another website, I can't remember which one because it's not Leafly, but hey, relaxed, sleepy, hungry, social, and euphoric. If I'm relaxed and sleepy and hungry, I'm really not social. So I don't know about that. I don't agree with that. But it definitely gave me the munchies, which I said I don't usually get munchies unless it's from edibles. That strain gave me the munchies, and it made me tired. Like, I just wanted to stay on the couch. I was just done. I was just there using the Alexa button, just chilling. I was high. It's definitely
because that sounded like definitely like two different types of highs together at the same time. It's like, oh, you're gonna be energetic, but you're gonna be tired.
Well, yeah, that's why it's a hybrid. It's an indica dominant hybrid. So like your mind is awake, but your body's like, nah, we chilling, we here.
Okay.
You don't want to get up that bad. So, I believe it is don't quote me. So I think it's a cross strain of peanut butter breath and Girl Scout cookies.
I love Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, me too. It's because it's cookies. So I was like, peanut butter fucking cookies. Check it out, guys. If it's available to you, check it out. If it's not, we can work something out and make it available to you. So that's my strain review for the week. I loved it. I love anything with cookies and peanut butter. I heard of another one, peanut butter souffle. I'm gonna try that one next.
Peanut butter souffle?
Yeah,
I want to know who comes up with the names. Like who is he sitting there and he takes the first drag and he's like.
But most of these ones that have crazy names are hybrids, so they're mixing. You know what I mean? So you're mixing two different strains that already exist. So you could basically call whatever the fuck you want. Like, you could have crossbred those two strains and been like, this is peanut butter shit. And I'm still going to smoke it. I would still smoke it. My boss is coming out with a strain called Toki. And, like, I think Toki already came out. I just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it's called Toki. He made Toki a while ago, but now Toki's, it's going to be part of cookies. That's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what exactly. Well, speaking of cookies and like big brands and stuff like that, how Runts is out everywhere now. So it cracks me up the most when it's the dude. I was gonna say people, but it's always a dude. I'm sorry, guys, not all of you, but it's always a dude in a Runt sweater looking for a $25 eight. Like, oh God, are you serious? Like, you should be ashamed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like that wave that everybody jumped on of wearing like rock band shirts or other band shirts, and like they don't even listen to the band. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know nothing about it. Word. So I'm like, you out here rocking a $90 sweater, $120 sweater, whatever you pay for it, but you want a $20 eight? Like, it's not even. Should have bought the $20 sweater and the $100 eight or something, bro. Like, I don't know. This shit just be bugging me out. It's like I don't know. The next thing they're gonna ask for credit. They got everything on credit. Oh, well, they look at it as like, I'm wearing the Runts. I'm manifesting the Runts. But I'm putting it out there into the universe.
Right, but I'm smoking this what I can afford
like,
right now.
Don't smoke for 3 days and go by the 8th of runs.
You're bugging. If I don't smoke for 3 days, I'll be on fucking Snapped. Well, do you want to see me on an episode of Snapped?
I don't know. I would rather just be smoking the shit than to make it look like I'm smoking the shit. And then when I walk past smoking my fucking haraka, and everybody's like, oh, like they, you know what I'm saying? Like you walking down the street, you presenting something, and then you smoking something else. And I'm like,
man, listen.
I feel like there's gonna be a lot of that on this 420.
I have a lot of guys who come in the store that sometimes I'm like, what the fuck were you smoking? That ass asked them. What
smells
the fuck
like incense or something.
Like, ugh, smells like duty. What were you doing? And then there are other guys where I'm just like, hi.
You don't even smell like cologne, but you smell like weed.
No, it's
I went into a store today. I'm not gonna say the name of the store, but I went into a store today and I was like, holy shit. God damn, like what did I just walk into? It smells beautiful in here. And the guy's looking at me like I'm kind of crazy. But it legit smelled like the weed was so strong. It reminded me of the smell of when I'm making edibles. Like when I'm decarbonating the weed and I'm baking the butter, like that really strong, potent weed smell. Like that's how strong the smell was in the store. And I was just like, damn, what is that? Like I had to ask him, what is that? He's like, it's called Blanco. And I was like, oh, okay. I gotta get some.
Yo,
but I wasn't gonna ask him, you know what I mean? But I was just like, I need to smoke that. I'm gonna find that.
And smoke
Anybody
that.
got Blanco? Hit me up.
Oh wait, Blanco.
It was just one of them real stinky weeds. Like he probably only had an eighth in that store, and that shit was just stinking that bad. Like, you know that like I haven't had nothing like that in a while. I've had stinky weed.
Blanco's son. This is why when you said that,
has his own weed strain?
I think it's called Blanco. I have to look because So
I'm going back to that store tomorrow.
I'm a huge fan of you know, ID and drug cartel shit and all that shit. I watch all kind of documentaries, and he definitely was starting a Blanco strand like 2 years ago. So it should be out.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna go back to the store. We're gonna see if we can get some, and that could be our next week's strain review for you guys. We're gonna go do that.
Yo, let me ask you: have you heard of Ricky the White Boy? He sold mad weed and like Do you know what? You want to hear some crazy shit about Ricky the White Boy? So I watched a documentary about him. They have it on Netflix. And the fucking feds set him up. And he deadass went to jail, like got the most time out of even the kingpin of that drug organization because the feds fucked up because he was 14 when he started working for the feds.
That's crazy.
They took him out of school.
It just made it. I think I just watched a movie about that recently.
He was a rat. He went in as an informant. He was an informant the whole time. But then that's the only life he knew. So when they let go of him, what the fuck else did they think he was going to do?
Fargo? Shout out to fucking Fargo.
Oh, that was a good ass movie.
The series.
The series? I haven't seen
it. You gotta check it out. Because I like the movie Fargo, and that shit came out mad long ago with fucking William H. Macy's like, yeah. Like that, their accent bugs me out. But fucking shout out to Fargo. That's a good ass show. You gotta watch that. Because when you started talking about that, it just reminded me of one of their seasons. And like, yeah, word guys.
I definitely have to look into that because I'm definitely one that don't ever know what the fuck to watch on Netflix. And I pay cable or nothing.
I don't think it's on Netflix.
Like Spectrum, I don't. You should know how to watch you. Give me my money back. Fuck. I pay $250 a month for nothing.
I don't have cable.
Cause I don't use them either. Cause
I'm an advocate for not having cable. If anybody needs a Fire Stick hack, hit me up. $20. $20. If I like you, we could do something.
Right. It may be also mine is gray.
Yeah, I'll hack your Fire Stick for free anytime.
I love my Wilma'S Potcast. She always getting me high and have all the supplies all the time.
Make sure y'all follow that page on Instagram, Wilma'S Potcast, and subscribe to S.STREET Media so you can catch us every week, every Thursday. 6 to 7, 7 to 9, sometimes 7 to 8, 8 to 10. We be here.
Y'all already know, and stay tuned for after.
We be high. Stay tuned, because I told you I smoked out the studio. Fucked up, guys.
Yeah,
there's always that one person fucking it up for everybody. Unfortunately, that one person was me this time. Smoked way too much.
You know what? Well, thank God. I'm always getting kicked out of clubs for
It's like a
smoking.
fucking Pringles can, yo. Once you pop, you just can't stop. Like, it's just one right after the other. It's like, oh, there's more weed and more roll up. Why are we not smoking it? But yeah, I used to roll up in a lounge, in a bar, whatever, and all my friends would say, oh my God, what are you doing? I gotta huddle around your back. Bitch, you're making it more obvious. Like,
right.
I'm sitting here, let me just do my thing. Like, get out of here.
Yo, I must say, I had one of the coolest bosses ever. Shout out to Roman. He was one of my coolest like deadass. I had a stressful job. I was a catering director at the time, and he would let me smoke upstairs in his office. And then I later realized that he was a pothead too. I know the first time I ever saw what's that shit called? That the weed, like, it evaporates and you don't need to put nothing in it. You could just smoke it.
The vaporizer?
But the first one that came out was like a box. And you had to
put a hose in the bag and shit on it.
Yeah. So he had that in the office, and I tried to use it.
That's lit.
Yeah, he was my favorite boss.
I had one of those once upon a time.
Them shits are the most best invention. You seen the new shit that they came out with? Oh my God, I have to show you, Wilma, because you're going to love it. It's water on one side, water on the other side, and then you turn it, and it, oh shit.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I need that. And because I got dragon lungs.
It's a gravity bomb.
Oh, see, I got dragon lungs, so I need a gravity bomb.
I had to catch up. I had to take like a fucking fake Lamaze class or some shit before. Like, this bitch put me to shame. She just took in the biggest dab ever and blew out like the whole fucking room. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I was so confident that I was gonna make her like fucking
die. No.
Respiratory failure or some shit.
No, and I was
just like, oh, he was a dragon. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I took my little shit and I was like, make me a cup of tea like an old ass lady or something. But
my lungs are young.
The breathing exercises before definitely helps. I'd be like, all right, take a couple deep breaths and then take the fucking dab.
You want to know? You want to hear some crazy shit? I smoke cigarettes, and you would think like that I would be out of breath or wouldn't be able to inhale so much or hold.
Oh no, yeah, I got a crazy lung capacity.
But I used to run all over. My favorite. I'd rather walk everywhere than be in a car or be in the train or be in the bus. I love to walk. So I feel that's why my lungs have. And I used to cry a lot when I was little.
Oh, so man.
I feel like that's why my lungs.
Damn, it's crazy. Yeah. But I feel you though. I feel you on the walking part. Because I'm like, I can still cry a lot, not just when I was little. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Let it go. Let it flow.
Right.
You gotta let it out. Better out than in.
Apply
that to everything.
Have you ever smoked a weed that made you emotional?
Yeah.
Yo.
I think it's the worst, especially too when you're trying to calm down.
Right. And you're like,
and then the weed is just like, okay, you feel better, but like, what the fuck?
Yo,
and then you're looking at the blunt like, ain't you supposed to help me, bitch?
Right. What the fuck is going on?
This is not what I wrote you for.
One time I smoked with a friend of mine named Eileen, and we were in her house smoking. Her mom was like the gangster of the block, right? So you definitely did not want to get caught in Eileen's house doing anything. So, of course, she convinces me, the non-pothead, to watch her smoke because she needs somebody sober there in order for her to be okay. So I'm like, I got you. I don't give a... But at this time, I don't like the smell of weed. I thought it stinked. So I'm like, ugh. Now, this bitch got so paranoid that she had me paranoid. Bitch, I wasn't even smoking. I wasn't even paranoid. And now I was paranoid. I was looking through the blinds. I was looking through the peephole, like right behind her. Like,
you're picking up on that vibe. That's why. That's what happened.
It was horrible. I was like, why did you smoke if this was gonna... So that's why I was such a late bloomer when it came to smoking.
How old were you when you first started smoking?
I was 18, going on 19.
Wow.
Yeah. The first time I ever smoked was with my brother. And that's because he was in crutches, so he really couldn't.
Oh, shit.
So I fucking...
Yeah, no, I started early. I started when I was like 11.
I started smoking cigarettes at 11.
My first cigarette, I was 9. It was fucking Marlboro.
Mine.
But we're not going to talk about that.
I used to light my grandmother's cigarettes on the stove.
I told on myself. I told my mom that I was smoking, that I smoked when I got mad. Because my sister promised me we were going to smoke a blunt and go chill. And she left without me. And she didn't even leave me no weed or nothing. I was fucking tight and I was mad. And she just kept asking me, like, why are you so mad? Why are you so mad? I'm like, leave me the fuck alone. No, why are you so mad? I'm like, because I smoke weed and she left me here and I wanted to go and smoke.
My mom would have helped me.
And then I tried to play it off like, oh, I was just trying to get her in trouble. You know, because I was mad at her because I wanted to go with her out of smoke. But I wanted you to think that she was letting me smoke and I wanted her to be in trouble because I can't get in trouble for this. Right. And then she was like, yeah, whatever, that's a fucking lie. You're probably high right now. Blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, you can't even say nothing because I saw you smoking out the bathroom window last night. And then it was over. So she just knew I smoked weed from the time I was like 13.
You know I'm Dominican. We can't tell our parents we smoke weed. Like literally,
because they just think you're smoking crack.
No, but right, they call you a fucking tecato, which means drug addict in Spanish. They'll call you all kinds of things, and I'm like, yeah. So my mom didn't know I smoked weed. My mom, look, I hid a tattoo and cigarettes from my mom. So I was like 18, 19. Like my mom found out I smoked cigarettes. One day she went into my pocket and I tried to say it was Yasmin's, my best friend. Sorry, Yasmin. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even give a fuck because I smoke cigarettes in the kitchen while you're sleeping. So you know what? I smoke cigarettes. And then I think like after I had my second child, I was like, why am I lying to this bitch that I smoke weed? Excuse me, lady. I smoke weed. And then me and my brother kind of think that she smokes weed, but she refuses to tell us.
My mom refused to tell us for a long time.
No, she still refuses.
Even though we knew. And even now, like, she'll come out to smoke and she's like what I call a one-hit wonder. Because it's like one pull, two pulls, and she's done. Like, she can't even handle, like, the weed anymore.
Right.
But she'll come out, like, she'll pass it in the weirdest way. Like, she won't pass it to you. Like, she'll put down the ashtray. One time, we're smoking outside in the back on, like, a picnic table, and she throws the blunt on the table. And me and my friend are both looking at each other like, where the fuck did the blunt go? And she's walking away, so I think she's got it. And then I look down, and it's just on the table. And I'm like, what? Like...
No.
Are you serious? Like,
shout out to Theo Julio Cesar because that's how me and him smoke. We will not look at each other. We'll pass it to each other like this. Out of respect, he's the firstborn of my uncles. He's the oldest of them all, and I smoke weed.
I understand, like, you know what I mean? It's like cool. An age thing or a respect thing, but it's like I already know you fucking smoking it. They'll just throw my blunt on the table. Like, who does that?
I mean, I guess it's different.
And then I have a brother-in-law. I guess he doesn't really smoke, so when he does smoke, he likes to, like, play catch with the blunt. Like, when he passes it, he'll be like, go like this. Or you're going to pass it to him, he'll be like, he puts his hands together like he's going to catch it. I'm like, you got to throw it. I'm like, I want to burn you.
I would. Sorry. I would burn you on purpose.
You ever played Chicago?
That's when you hold it out.
Yeah.
You want to know some crazy shit? I think that's what fucked up me getting so high was playing Chicago.
Oh, sure.
Because I kid you not, we smoked The Godfather, and I don't know who the fuck came up with playing stupid Chicago. And I think that's why I don't get as high as I used to anymore because I held it in.
I think it's just the mass amounts of weed I smoke.
That could be too. I smoked a lot of weed. I would say like. I like doing certain weed shit. Like, I don't know if you've tried that new shit where you take the vitamin C and holes and then you smoke. You wait 45 minutes and then you smoke. I did that. Yo, bro, I did it. It's like the first time you ever smoked weed in your life. All
vitamin C. I'm gonna have to see it.
Yeah, the vitamin C
macaroni commercial.
You know the
emergency
immunity
and a hose.
Yeah. Well, no, drink the emergency first with a little bit of water, not a lot. And you guys know.
It's not a TikTok challenge.
Yeah, you already know. I was going to say, you know, I love TikTok. I tried it though.
Oh my God.
And it was fabulous.
I don't know. I don't know.
I did it. It worked. I'm telling you. I
you think somebody did that purposely or found that out like accidentally? Like they weren't feeling well, so they drank an emergency and then had a hose and then smoked a blunt. It was like, oh fuck, shit. I know this weed ain't that good, so that emergency fucked me up.
Well, I think it had a lot to do with I had a vitamin IV done, and I can tell you that anything I smoked after that, I was extremely high. Anything I did after that, I drank one drink and I was drunk.
I know this is nowhere near in comparison to a vitamin IV, but I drank a fucking like a quarter of a blueberry pomegranate drink from Dunkin' Donuts, and that shit gave me the jitters, and I was shaking like a fucking crackhead. I couldn't even smoke, and I was like, "What the fuck did they put in this shit? There's speed in this Dunkin' Donuts drink." Like I was dead there, just like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Antioxidants. They were running through your body crazy.
Yo, they put that shit in like a syrup or something. That's definitely not no pure blueberry or fucking pomegranate. Because I drink and eat that shit all the time. It's never done that to me. I'm like, yo, how much sugar is in this shit? How much crack did you put in this fucking Dunkin' Donuts chiller? Like, why is it called a chiller? Because I'm shivering, bitch. Like, what is going on? And I didn't even drink the whole thing. I got like a medium one. I drank like this much, like not even a quarter of it. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Wait, was it tea? Did it have caffeine in it?
Go order one.
Well, listen, I'm gonna have to go to yours because no offense, but I don't give a
fuck. Was 3rd and 10 something.
Okay, because the one in fucking Fordham, y'all suck major fucking balls. Y'all know that already because I've done thrown shit in there. I've done mad shit in there, and I'm not ashamed of it. You know why?
Don't go to Dunkin' Donuts in Fordham.
They fuck up my coffee all the time. Every time. I love vanilla chai. I just want a vanilla chai, and no, that's not.
You don't want it with chunks in it.
No, it tastes like I don't even know what it tastes like. Like sometimes I'm like, is that a vanilla chai or dirty water?
Yeah, no, I've definitely had some places where it's just like, ugh, what is this? Like, are you serious? But I don't even go back in because I feel like I don't like to fuck with people that make my food. I even be like nervous sometimes too, like looking at their gloves and then I don't want to be like, can you change your gloves? But then I'm like, no, fuck that. Can you change your gloves? Because like you're touching what's gonna go into my mouth. So, you know, it
depends.
That shit just brought out my OCD real quick.
Like if it's my local store and I act crazy in it and throw something at them.
Now my local store, I feel like they know me already because they put cheese on a burger that wasn't supposed to have cheese, and I went back in there like, listen, man. And it wasn't even what I said because I didn't even curse at him. It was just the tone that I said it in. I can imagine what my face looked like. So like now they just know.
And mind you, they call her Goober.
And then when I go, no, that's the Aki's. This is the corner store. Yeah, this is the home store. The home store. But yo, Juvenile means cheese. If anybody's wondering why they call me Juvenile, it's because I always ordered extra cheese on my sandwiches or my beef patties. And that's how it started. But then I was like, fuck it, because cheese is cheddar. And what's up?
Right.
Juvenile.
She's always chasing their cheddar.
I could go into any Aki store and be like, "Kev Halek," and I'm getting served Lucy's.
Everything, right? They're not gonna lie.
Cigarettes. No, who's paying state prices and taxes? I'm me.
Damn, it's fucked up that we're gonna wind up paying taxes on weed.
Yeah, man. But you know what? I don't know. Some of you are gonna be paying taxes on weed. We're gonna be tax free over here, so
No, but they're gonna use the tax money for good shit though.
I was gonna say something. I felt like it was something so you know, important, so enlightening, and I just totally forgot. I ate edible on the way here. I don't know if I had that. Check out those Rice Krispie treats, yo. Customer review. She said that she was high the next day at work from the Rice Krispie treats.
Hold on.
I was like, that's amazing.
Because she's spoken about her 1,000 milligram brownie and her freaking edibles. Let me tell you how dangerous these things really are. Because I'm the one that tells her to put warning labels on them. Because, bruh, they will get you in trouble. You will be so high that you won't be able to move, function, do anything else. You're just gonna go to sleep happy, wake up the next day and be like,
if you eat a whole thing.
Yeah, I ate more than a whole thing. I ate 2 whole things. I ate the pistachio one.
The
pistachio, right? Because it was Dominican. The pistachio, and I ate the strawberry pound cake. Was it?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I feel like that's just gonna become my thing eventually is pound cakes.
Yeah, because you make some mean pound cakes.
Because it was the vanilla pudding, the pistachio, the strawberry, and I've done zucchini bread. You ever had zucchini bread? I'm gonna have to infuse one of those for anybody that's interested.
I wonder how that would taste.
On the menu today, we have freshly made banana bread, courtesy of Flintstone NYC, and we got some Cookie Monster treats powered by Loud Snacks, 500 milligrams cannabis infused cookies. It's 10 cookies, so they're 5 milligrams. 5 milligrams, yeah, right. There's fucking 100 cookies in there. 50 milligrams each.
But them shits is strong. Them little fucking cookies.
Yeah. I don't know
I
what they
remember
do.
the first time you gave me one.
They doing the same thing that Dunkin' Donuts is doing.
Right. They lied. They say 50.
No, those don't give me the
Really
jitters
say.
though, but I definitely ate 3 of them and like I was just like, it was done.
Yeah,
It was over.
I hear you. That's like what all your shit does to me. It makes you go,
So what's up with these rolls, guys? Let's see them.
I'm already
Show
done.
them to
He's
the
done
camera.
too.
Let me
He's
see.
just there perfecting it.
Okay.
He's
All right. It looks like it's not too tight, not too loose,
Right,
even. You
right.
did a pretty good job, and you're on camera under pressure.
Hello.
I asked Tony to roll a. I asked Tony to roll a blunt at an event a couple weeks back, and when we went outside to light it, I was just like, I'm not smoking that.
We couldn't even smoke it.
I was so tired that I couldn't roll. So in my defense, she rolled the blunt. She did. She rolled it. We were both like fucked up, tired, just ready to go like home and
go to
sleep for 3 days.
Yeah.
But she rolled it.
horrible.
It was the first half of it wasn't smokable. But once you got past it, once you got to the middle of the blunt, it wasn't that bad.
Can we just say that I was rolling I have rolled the L before that we smoked, and it was perfectly fine. I don't know what happened. It might have not.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Blame it on the rap.
But yeah, blame the rap. That's what I'm just
Blame
trying
it
to
on
get
the entourage. Blame it on the film.
On my part.
Oh,
It's rusty.
Rusty. It's
When I was
not
twisting it,
rusty.
You hearing him rusty.
You know what you could do? You
pull it
just
out.
gotta.
Yeah, you
Pull
gotta
it
shake it up. You gotta
No,
shake
don't
it
do that.
up.
Don't do that.
Why?
You see?
Oh, he got offended.
Honestly?
He said, "Do
No,
not
because
shake my
no,
blood."
because the top part it ripped when I was twisting, so I had to add another piece.
Oh, but no, it's still.
He said,
It's
"Don't
still.
twist
Don't
my
worry.
shirt."
Don't worry. I didn't notice that before, but it's still on there,
Yeah,
and it's totally intact the way you had it.
I'm rusty.
But I always do that to mine when the weed is not close enough to the
Yeah.
filter, because then that's
I
gonna
just-
make that crinkly sound when you smoke.
It just takes the filter.
No, but this is pretty good.
I'm
It looks
rusty.
like It looks like he
Let me
fucking
see.
stuffed a raw cone.
Hmm.
He did a good job. When we get closer for you,
Look alright.
It's been a couple months.
it looks pretty good. Well,
He
we're gonna
just said
smoke.
it's been a couple of
We're gonna
months.
smoke both of them.
I told I
Right, we'll
usually
let
hit
you guys know
I
what's
usually hit
popping.
bong to dabs. So.
Oh, you just do dabs. Okay.
Dab
my
or
bad.
bong.
So you know what? Even more to you
Or
because
that.
that was pretty good.
I
And the
never
filter's
roll.
cool too. I don't make my own filters, guys. I just like why do it when I can buy them? And his look, he did a good job.
He did.
I'm not
I
gonna
see
try
the
to show it to the
movement
camera, but I'll
thing.
try to show it later on the live. Make sure y'all follow Wilma'S Potcast. WILMASPOTCAST. Follow S.STREET Media. Subscribe to the YouTube. We're on YouTube Live. We're on YouTube every day too. Search up previous episodes. Watch every episode. Give everybody a like, a share, subscribe.
Right, and then you already know. Tune into Tawny Inside and motherfucking Out on IG. It's Tawny_Inside_and_out. I know it's so long. Blame fucking IG because they don't like spaces. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, it know it looks funny when it's one word.
Right, that's what I said. That's why I was like, oh fuck it, I'll just take the underscores. Fuck it,
Word.
underscore. But I mean, it just. I feel like it just gave me more.
But you know what?
attitude.
Sometimes the underscore can save you. Like if there's a name that you want and it's already taken, like underscore at the beginning, nope, underscore at the end. Let's go.
Right. Thank you.
So,
I hear you. Underscores come in handy.
but it is. That's why, you know what I mean? Like it is a lot when you have like that many letters, like 16, 17 letters.
Right. It's like fuck you.
That Instagram name.
Instagram. But it's alright.
But at least it's not like AKT47
22
underscore uppercase PTH. Remember like AOL back in the days when you used to put like the random things, like you would enter like 3 things about yourself and it would bring random screen names, like the crazy shit you used to
Yes.
say.
Oh God, Lord.
It would be like 111222 Carly. Like what? The fuck?
Excuse me.
Is that my zip code? What the fuck
Right.
is
What
this?
is this? Are you trying to let them find me? No. It's okay.
What are
thank
we
you.
doing here?
AOL used to be so much fun. Remember the chat rooms? Oh my God. Me and my cousins, shout out to my cousin Francesca, that when that bitch came to this country, we corrupted her.
I met my baby daddy in an AOL chat room. NYC1. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
We used to make people.
That was our first interaction, was in there. It's crazy.
Wait, what chat room was it?
NYC1. Places, NYC1. Because there was like NYC4, there was a
Oh my God, that's right. Because they used to have
They would
different
be
chat rooms
crowded.
with different names.
I used to
and
get
shit.
blocked out of like all of them. Like, why are you blocking me? I didn't even do nothing.
We got picked out because we were mean.
Yeah, I would curse some people out.
No, we would.
Or like
do
dudes would
fucked up
send me
shit.
dick pics and I would put them in the chat.
No, we would kind of like
That's crazy.
tell
There's
guys
like
to
this.
go places.
That shit is probably still out there, like the email trail of all that fucking stupid shit that we did. Because everything was emails back in the day. Like there was no other than like AOL Instant Messenger and then like other shit that came out after that. It was just like you were emailing somebody.
Well, there was Instant Messenger, and there
Well, that's what I'm saying. The AIM.
Right.
But
no,
other
and
than that-
AOL.
Yeah, that's AOL Instant Messenger. It's AIM.
I thought that was Gmail. Look, that's how much I didn't remember those things. My favorite shit was the phone shit. That was my favorite one. I didn't know about that till my little cousin put me on to that shit. I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's like, "Come on, party or the
Party line.
or some shit." And I was like, "What is that?" And then it was over, because we used to drive places to see if people would dead ass show up. Like it was fucked up. We would do mad fucked up.
Yeah,
shit.
I've done it with my friends when I was younger a couple times.
That was our Friday
We
night
would tell them
fun.
to meet us somewhere and just never go.
No, we would go to see you go there, and then
just
we would
describe
laugh
a
at you.
different person or some shit, right?
No, actually, we would. We were fucked up bitches. We were dead fucked up bitches. Like we would dead sit there and describe someone who was there, and then we were fucked up bitches.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we were fucked up bitches. I mean, let's just say that I'm just going to say that I didn't want to do this. My two other cousins were the ones, the corporates. They wanted to be mean to people.
I mean, hey, I guess, it was fun at the time.
It was. Guys
fun,
were thirsty. Guys are still thirsty. Y'all need a cup of water. I'm just saying.
Or Gavin.
Right.
Let me just get them one of them big ass water jugs they deliver to your house. Get like 5 of them.
Right, you need those and drink. You'll be alright. Everything will be alright.
I don't know what he was trying to tell me.
Right. We don't know what you were trying to say, but it's alright. Oh yeah, the little I hear you. We don't know what the fuck the water dispenser thingy, the water jug. Yeah, I hear you.
Check out those edibles though.
For real, because look at what they did to us. Now I'm all like,
I feel great, but it's just like, oh.
Right.
But I read something because I read a lot because I'm like, that increases your brain cells. Because smoking weed apparently kills them. I'm like, if that was the case, I would have been brain dead already.
Bitch.
But I read something.
3 brain cells every fucking millisecond. But go ahead. You read something.
That said, if you read, it increases your brain cells.
Yeah, but we burn them every millisecond. But go ahead.
That's what I read. It's something that if you read, it increases your brain cells. So I read a lot. That's the something that I read, Tony. Like when you started talking to me and I started thinking about what I was about to say, I was like, oh, you just said it.
I watched something yesterday about that. Sorry.
It's Wilma'S Potcast.
Burning up.
We smoke it, we dab it, not smoking it, we eat it. I even have like weed lotions and sprays that have weed in them.
Do you like them?
I love them. I got one that's like strawberry hibiscus and it smells like strawberries and hibiscus flowers and it smells like a little
hemp.
Yeah. And I'm like, is that the lotion or is that me? But whatever.
Have you ever worn like a hemp shirt? Like a t-shirt?
Yeah.
I don't know if isn't it like the best feeling though on your skin?
Oh yeah, they do definitely feel good. I have like a couple of fanny packs that are like hemp and I had a backpack before too. It definitely is a nice material. I thought you were gonna say that you feel like it smells like weed because I thought that too, but then I'm like, maybe it just picks up the smell of weed more than other fabrics because it's made from. But then I'm like, yo, only a pothead is gonna fucking think this because there's like houses made out of like hemp and everything. There's so much that can be done with it.
Hell yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, you know what? I think a lot of people don't educate themselves enough on exactly how far weed and all the shit that comes with it, what you can do. My favorite, because I'm a fucking stoner, I can't remember. Was it Pineapple Express in the beginning of the movie when they show like the army guy testing the weed and he's just laughing at everything they say and the fucking general, the one that's making it like legal or illegal, he's like, illegal, just because he got mad because the dude was laughing at him. Right. And I was like, damn, only if he just would have smoked some weed. And I feel like that's legit how it happened in real life. Like that when they were testing it, like the person was just like they just weren't on the same level as them. They just weren't feeling their vibe, and they was like, "Fuck this, fuck you, like hell no." Right? You too happy, nigga. This is illegal. You can't be this happy. I mean, look at us now. Yeah, look, and now it's legal. It only took. I'm smoking the other day, and the cops passed by, and I'm like, oh, yo, never mind. On everything that happened to me yesterday, I was like.
I had the
What are you
idea,
doing?
like, I'm just gonna walk up to a cop and be like, smells good, right? You want some? But then I'm like, nah, because then they're gonna fuck with you, Carly. Don't do that.
Right, no, that
Don't
is
do
not
that.
smart. I mean, imagine how many cops out there really do want to smoke, though. That probably used to smoke when they were teenagers and stopped smoking because they needed to get a fucking legal job that paid them some and had a pension.
Well, imagine how many of them still do.
Smoking is kind of hard. That shit stays in your fatty cells. Oh, well, they work out a lot, so they could probably get away with it.
Sweat that
Because
shit
you
out.
gotta, yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. You think you can just take one of those like fast remedy. No, you really have to sweat.
Years ago when I stopped and I needed to get it out my system, it took 3 months completely for it to get out my system. So I can't even imagine now, almost 10 years later, like what that would be. So it's like I'm just a big chunk of walking weed. Like
Yeah, I think like honestly,
somebody broke a little corner of the pound
I
and I'm just
feel
walking
like
around out there.
when you pass, I feel like they should just like make you into a weed plant because you'll just ferment it even better.
You know, there's
It's
actually a
very
thing
good.
that they have like these pods, like
Mhm.
biodegradable pods that they put your body in, and then they plant you and it grows into a
It's a
tree.
yeah.
And like I feel like some people are opposed to it, but I'm like, you ever watch The Lion King? That's the circle of life, okay?
Right.
The
Talk
antelope
about it.
eat the grass. When we die, we become the grass. The antelope
Hello.
eat the grass. Like
Hello.
whatever. I would
That's
rather
why-
somebody go sit under a big beautiful tree than go sit on a chunk of
Right.
concrete
Yeah, I
that
told my
costs
kids.
$4,000.
Yeah, I told my
Like,
kids, do not. I want to be I want to donate all my organs, cremate me, or make me a tree. Do something useful with me, or I want to be. I want to let go like the king.
I definitely.
with coins in my eyes.
Oh my god. I definitely want to be a tree so I could be like the grandmother widow tree and just scare the shit out of
I'm
everybody.
down with that.
That's so not even logical.
Yeah.
So I realized that I have an irrational fear
Of what?
the other day when I was smoking of sinkholes. But then I was like, it's not really that irrational because that could happen at any time, anywhere, right?
No. Okay.
No, it can't.
No.
Because I feel like it started like not even a couple years ago, like years ago when fucking sidewalks started just collapsing in front of
I
people's
mean,
houses and
that's
shit.
just bad structure.
And that just made me like, oh wow, like I have a totally irrational fear of sinkholes.
Well, you know what it is? It's the Bronx. The Bronx is on an upcline. It's the highest point in let's say on our city because you know Manhattan, we're surrounded by water.
Yeah.
So Bronx, Yonkers, they're the high points. So you're and nothing is leveled in the Bronx. Everything was like hills.
You're not making this fear any better.
Well, I'm just saying that's why certain things have happened. But look how many years those buildings or whatever was there, and it took to sink. So I just think it was just bad structure back then.
Yeah, I gotta
You know?
stop watching YouTube videos
I
that
think
I
you
wasn't even
should.
trying to watch in the first
I
place.
think you should.
Because I don't know how I ended up on sinkhole videos, but I was
Right.
like, holy shit.
Is it one of them times when you're trying to
Yes,
talk to
it was.
Alexa?
That's why I said
figured.
I don't remember what I was initially searching, but I ended up with sinkholes.
You know what? I like your Alexa. Your Alexa educates you. She's like, okay,
Right.
can you pronounce what you're trying to watch? Hold 1 second.
Getting
Watch some
that from
educational
YouTube.
shit.
Well, sometimes like when I say it with my regular voice, like she don't understand shit. But like for example, like hefty, ultra strong, because I looked at the box, bitch. If I say Alexa, hefty, ultra strong, she'll be like, I'm sorry. And like Alexa, hefty, ultra strong, and she'll be like, getting that from YouTube. And then I'm watching a whole documentary about fucking garbage bags.
Right.
So
Yeah, I
High
mean,
times.
listen, I gotta love Alexa. Fuck that, because that bitch, she works for the FBI, the CIA. So
well, she done heard some shit.
she done heard some shit all over.
I
the
just
place.
feel like she been with me for so long, like that's my bitch now. Like she ain't even gonna snitch on me. She turned her fucking
She turned her
CIA
shit
ringer
off
off.
already.
She was like, nah, they cool. I like it here.
She's like, I like
They're
this girl.
entertaining. She's like, is there somebody here that she's talking to?
You know what's crazy? I feel like Alexa was made definitely so that, you know, Mr. Brotherman can definitely watch us better and see us
Anybody in
more
the
shit.
studio want to try an edible? Our guest was running late. Our guest is not here. We can, I guess, get her back at another time. But I brought some treats to share.
Yeah,
So-
well, I'll have some and then I'll be high on my show.
We got double chocolate cookies.
I'll take one of those.
You want a double chocolate cookie?
Yeah, because might as well. I mean, just
Yes.
guys, remember when my show starts and I start to just go real slow motion, just remember that I was on Wilma'S Potcast beforehand.
Come get stoned with me. Come roll blunts for me. Come roll joints for me. Come roll the fucking backwoods for me and make me change my mind about them.
I don't like the way they taste.
What?
Backwoods.
They're so disgusting.
Do not come roll any Fonto for me. Here,
Please
pass
don't.
the bag around. Pass it around. Everybody gets a cookie. Who wants to try the banana bread? You want to take that, Eric? Eric the intern, take the banana bread.
Eric the intern. Llévate banana bread.
I'm gonna get you high today. He said he ate a cookie and he didn't get high, so we getting him Flintstone today. Pass that to Eric. Eric the intern. You gotta change your Instagram name now. Wilma'S Potcast, guys. This is what we do. We get high before we come here. We get high while we're here.
This cookie
We just
is
get
everywhere.
high. Yeah, these little packs are backed by popular demand. I like them too. I can't even front. Sometimes I don't even like. I can't say I don't eat my own edibles because I try everything before I sell it. I wouldn't sell anything that I wouldn't eat. So I try to take, very good care of what I do. But these, if you're just on the go, I usually just have a bag in my bag.
And then she passes it along.
There might be a bag in that bag on 420, so check that out. Wait for that. Wilma'S
They're so good,
Podcast.
guys. They're so good.
Yeah, it was good. It's like crunchy but chewy. It's fucking Cookie Monster with stoned eyes. Who wouldn't love that? I'm about to get that shit tattooed. That's dope.
I want to go get tatted.
I love Cookie Monster. P is for podcast. That's where we smoke your weed.
In the podcast.
And that's it, guys. Thank you for joining us
That cookie was so good. I couldn't say nothing.
on this lovely Thursday. Yeah, I'm still trying to chew. Excuse me. Slow-mo.
Is that cookie is made with brown sugar. I love brown sugar. Brown sugar is delicious.
The churro ones were very, very popular. But these two. And then there's Reese's. You know what I'm saying? Check out Flintstones NYC. FLINSTONED NYC on Instagram. Follow Wilma'S Podcast, Tony Inside and Out. S.STREET Media. The evolution of media is us. And be back here in like a few minutes.
Right,
Once we
because
start the other show.
I'll be on here in a few minutes.
Just coming on, like literally.
In a few minutes.
Stay tuned.
And she'll be
YouTube
here
live.
with me. We'll be here together. So just come back. 'Cause
Smoke
we'll be
break
right
real
here.
quick.
We're just gonna change the scenery, go smoke real quick, and we'll be back. So we'll be back. So just come back. It's gonna be great.
Join me again next Thursday.
Wait, can we just talk about one more time about the 420 mother flowering?
Yes, the 420 Stash and Dash. Follow Wilma'S Podcast and Flintstone NYC.
Guys,
Tony is excluded from participating.
I'm excluded because I'm helping.
Because she knows where it's at.
Whatever.
She knows
I'm
where
gonna be
it's
at the
going down.
finish line, guys, waiting for you. So make
She's
sure
gonna be
you
like,
go.
yo, can I get a cookie?
Right,
Can
we're
you
gonna
share
smoke them
some of that
together.
with me?
So whatever's in your bag, get ready to fucking share
Oh
some with
my
me. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that. I'm a bully too. Don't play
We're
with
gonna
me.
have to make Tony her own little fucking doggy
Yeah, so I
bag.
can fucking sit there next to you and be like, oh, I got that too. Because if not, I'm
Stay tuned for that Stash and Dash, guys.
you heard.
Check us out, 420. Check us out next Thursday.
Wilma'S
And until then, stay Flintstone.
all the time.
We
All the
out of
time.
here.
Bye, guys. We love you.